Okay, good afternoon. So I have my schefflera here. I'm pretty little, and I saw with these little tiny clumps. There's two trunks in there at the store. This was like $2.94. It's a really good deal, and they're pretty well developed. I mean, probably 4 inches exposed right now. So I was thinking I could kind of make this into kind of like a Shohin kind of clump because I don't want to disturb this one. Like I potted it in here probably like a month ago. So I'm kind of gonna like we'll place them above on the outside, and then the roots will kind of work their way together and everything later on. So that's my plan. So the first thing I'm gonna do is wet these down because that's pretty dried out. Well, this is just a little spray bottle with water. You can see even whoever potted these up just left the roots just going out of the sides. They probably just shoved them down in the pot so the roots were just hanging over. But they still look alive. I mean, they still got decent tips on it. So I'll kind of take it out. Oh wow, wow, good roots. I think these have better roots than the other one right now. Because this one's pretty struggling. I had it in a different pot. It just never really did well. It was a pretty little pot. Because I bought it and it was in one of those kind of feeder pots, something like that, where it's the little reservoir like underneath it. And there's a tiny little tray on top that the plant's in. And there's a little string going down and it says, never have to water your plant or something like that. So that's what it was in when I bought it back in February. So I took it out pretty early summer, probably late April or early May. I got it into this pot just to give it a better soil and everything to keep it in, something I can monitor easier. So that looks good. It might be nice to see how much trunk is actually down inside here. Looks pretty good. I'm not being too rough with it. I'm just kind of slowly working it away. Let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna wash these off in this little tub I have. Just try and get them up to loosen up some. But yeah, the root system looks good. I mean, it's got quite a bit of nice white roots on it. It's awesome. Yeah, and I mean the trunk's actually pretty long too. I mean that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Alright, so I'm gonna slowly try and work these apart, which might be kind of hard to do because they're pretty bound up. I'm gonna dump this out. I don't want the dog drinking it. Okay, so let's see what we can do. See what we can do for this. Cool, so I got them taken apart pretty easily. I mean, they both still got pretty nice root systems. It's not like one of them was really overpowering or a bunch broke off, so that should be pretty nice. So I'm gonna do kind of like I did on this one, and I'll get a little container to wrap around to hold these close to the trunk here. So I'll get rid of this moss here so I can get down better, because this isn't good moss anyway. I was trying to see how it would work, but it just turned all red and kind of weird looking. I'm sure better moss will grow in time, and I've got a lot better moss on other stuff too. So yeah, I'll come back in a second when I have my little container cut up, and we'll see what's next. Alright, so I cut up a bottle, got a little strip. Maybe a little too tall actually. Nah, no, that'll be okay. This is really just to hold dirt in anyway. It's not serving any other purpose. So I'll put that around like that. Fill in the dirt around it. Man, gosh, these are almost too long now. Dang. Let's see what else we can do. Oh gosh, it fell. Yeah, I'm making sure I keep these moist too. They're still dripping wet, so maybe if I could just tie them against each other down like this, even, and then just with the roots are longer on that other side, so they would all wrap around better. Something like that. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. That might be nice, and I can just kind of lightly tie it on there and then build up some soil around it and everything like that. And then over the years, the roots will grow down into the dirt and everything better, and they'll grow, and then all three trunks will grow around each other and everything, and that'll be cool. That'll be cool. So we'll come back in a second. All right, back again. So I didn't tie it very tight. This is just a little wire. It's not a very strong wire either, so it'll just, so as the trees grow, I can just cut it off. Because I don't want to get any weird wire marks and stuff. So I'm gonna, I tried to tug down the roots as well as I could, but there's some of them that are still kind of fighting. All right, looks good. Looks pretty neat. Looks pretty neat already. Yeah, and I'm just gonna let them grow completely uncontrolled for a while. Gosh, some of these roots are pretty long already. These are the roots from this tree, so yeah, I don't want it crossing over that much. So my scissors broke just a little while ago, so let's see, okay. Just to cut them back just a little tiny bit. And these over here too. Look at my chopstick. It'll be better for straightening them out. And some of them I do have crossing over because I want them to, these inner roots here to kind of wrap around, and these inner roots here to kind of wrap around the main trunk. It's gonna look good in a few years when I can clear all that up. That'll look really cool. And the foliage, maybe someone can tell me, because these two probably grown inside their whole lives, so their foliage is a little bit darker looking. This one's been outside since January or February, whenever. So I mean, it's pretty yellowy looking. I don't know how well it's showing up the contrast, but just look at the contrast in color between the two. I'm hoping they kind of even out, because it'll look really weird if they stay that different in color forever. But anyway, so I'm just gonna get these roots. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get these roots. I'll take the rest of that moss off. It's kind of, yeah. And then actually, I could just cover it up with the moss, because I got a pretty nice pile. I might have some better moss too. I'm just gonna walk around and see what I can find. Yeah, I'm gonna cover all this up. Oh, maybe even up to here. I might even make a mound of soil in the middle. But I'll cut the roots back. We'll cover up the base layer at least, and then I'll worry about if I'm gonna cover up higher too. Alright, so here we go. Now that it's all covered up, I just used a normal potting soil. I don't have any good bonsai kind of soil right now. This should do fine for this, hopefully. As you can see, I got it mounted up pretty high. Well, they look almost too tall now. All because they don't have any texture to it or anything yet, but we'll see as they start growing. Okay, I'm just gonna let everything just grow and grow and grow like crazy for quite a while. let's go ahead and give it a gentle watering first, because I don't want to move all the soil. I get a feeling when I really start watering it, it's just gonna all go everywhere. I even tried to tuck in some moss in these little gaps, because there's some roots that were crossing over there. So we'll see how that works. Which none of this might work. I mean, this might be a complete failure. But I got a feeling at least the original tree won't have any problems, because I mean, I didn't change anything about it other than give it more soil, so it definitely should be okay. Now I'll give it a bit of a more solid watering. Is that a root going up there? Yeah, that's a long root too. Let's see if I can work that around the wire and get it going down. Yeah, that should be good. Now it's tucked in pretty nicely. Kind of hit it down. All right. Okay, just get it completely soaked. I mean, this soil, it's pretty good draining at least. It doesn't really pool up on top or anything. Some of these other plantings that I just dug out of the ground, yardadori, I guess. They're in a more sandy soil, and it just pulls up on top and takes forever to absorb. It's doing pretty good. It's starting to drip just a little bit. Just a little bit from the bottom. It's rolling off the side. I'll try to level it out, because I want all of that to get in there pretty well. Alright, so let's get a final view. Alright, looks pretty crazy right now, because the two on the side are longer than the middle, but I don't want to cut them back. I want to give them the best chance possible. So I'm going to just let everything grow wild. It'll probably look ridiculous for a while, but yeah, this is just a little training pot too. I've got a lot of these. This is a little Chinese privet, I believe. A little juniper I bought on the street. I bought this out of somebody's truck. They were just selling them on the side of the road. It was like old U-Haul. The guy said he was traveling the country from Dallas, and he was just selling these little trees. It looks pretty crazy. I mean, the way they grew it, it's got this crazy Z curve to it, but I don't know. I mean, it was a tree, you know. And I mean, when you see a bonsai tree, well, you gotta jump on that, you know. Yeah, and then, oh gosh. Okay, looks okay. I got this one. I have really high hopes for this. This is a Carolina laurel. Oh, that fell in there. Yeah, but gosh, I think this will be a really pretty semi-cascade kind of tree. I'm styling it after the tree back there in the yard, because that's definitely the mother of the tree. You can see just I mean, thousands of little seeds everywhere. So yeah, then I've got this little project going of this ficus. These are two cuttings. It's hard to tell it's two. This wire's not really needed anymore, but this is a separate cutting that's going down and it's connected. They've already rooted. I mean, they're not still rooting or anything, but I'm fusing this one onto the trunk of this one. I had to kind of connect them, because I took them off of a bigger ficus that I had probably last year. But the older, the mature tree died, and so I'm trying to reconnect these to have something nicer out of it, something more developed out of it. So hopefully with the soil, I want to get more roots growing higher up and then getting down and fusing the two together and everything. I'm hoping. I'm trying the little straw thing. I've seen some people doing weird stuff with straws on ficuses to get aerial roots and stuff. They probably want aerial roots because they're so little, but that's just, who knows? Who knows? I was already shoving it down in the dirt so deep. I was like why not just, I'll put a little straw in there. It probably won't do anything anymore, but we'll see. But anyway, here's final view, and I don't know if this will be the front or this will be the front or what, but I don't like this front. I don't really like this front. If I could get this one to grow, that might be a nice branch. I mean, kind of going that way. I don't know. Could have been. I don't think I'll want it there anymore with these two on the sides, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If anyone's interested, I'll keep an update on it. Thanks.